This CTMU is the cognitive-theoretic model of the universe.
Cognitive-theoretic model of the universe.
This is your theory of everything. God himself is conscious and therefore personal?
Yes. You can establish a personal relationship with God. We're images of God. You know what an image is? It's basically the product of a mapping. God maps himself into each human being. We reflect the structure of the universe. Each one of us, we're carried by it. Everything we do, we exist in a medium. What is that medium, right? Where did it come from? Yeah. What holds it together? What is the unifying coherence, the source of coherence of that medium?
The cognitive-theoretic model of the universe is a theory that aims to explain the nature of reality as a logical system. According to Langan, the universe is not a random aggregate of atoms, but a coherent structure governed by a universal language of logic and self-reference. In this view, reality is a cosmic mind, an interconnected system where cognition, perception, and existence are inseparable. However, this is not human cognition, but rather a metacognitive process that permeates the entire cosmos. Surprisingly, the theory shares affinities with the Hindu concept of Brahman, the infinite absolute that transcends time and space, the root of all things. Langan describes a self-configuring and self-processing cosmic language that shapes and evolves reality, just as Brahman is identified with being, consciousness, and bliss, Sat Chit Ananda. In Hinduism, the concept of Lila refers to the divine play, the unfolding of reality as an expression of Brahman's creative will. Similarly, Langan argues that reality is not a random phenomenon but follows a development aimed at a precise purpose, a process of self-discovery and self-realization. This means that the universe does not evolve chaotically, but according to an internal logic that leads to an increasingly profound understanding of itself. Both systems reject the idea that the universe is meaningless. The essence of reality is embedded in its very structure, accessible to those who seek it. In Hinduism, the realization of this truth is achieved through spiritual practices such as meditation and self-inquiry. In Langan's theory, understanding emerges through the self-organizing logic of the universe, in which every conscious being participates with its cognitive processes. Langan offers a revolutionary view of time. Instead of being linear, time is a feedback loop within the self-simulating structure of reality. There is not just a sequence of events from past to future, but a higher order that enables simultaneous co-creation and even retro-causality. This mirrors the Hindu concept of cyclical time, known as Kala, in which reality renews itself through infinite cosmic cycles. In Hinduism, creation and destruction follow one another in endless cycles, with past, present, and future interconnected. A symbolic example is Vishnu, who, through his periodic incarnations, restores cosmic order. His manifestations reflect the idea of a continuously evolving universe, a principle also found in the cognitive-theoretic model of the universe, where reality is seen as a dynamic system that adapts and restructures itself through recursive feedback, a mechanism in which each new configuration of reality influences subsequent transformations, generating a continuous cycle of adaptation and refinement. This suggests that the creative act is not an isolated event, but an ongoing and participatory process. Langan's model places great emphasis on concepts that align closely with the Hindu teaching of Tat Tvamasi, you are that, which expresses the unity between the individual self, Atman, and the ultimate reality, Brahman. According to Langan, every part of the universe reflects the structure of the entire cosmos, just as a single drop of water contains the essence of the ocean. Every conscious being participates in the universal process of self-realization. He goes even further, asserting that observation and cognition are not merely passive experiences, but creative acts that shape reality itself. This reflects the Hindu concept of Maya, the illusion of material reality, which can be transcended by understanding that observer and observed are one and the same. In both systems, perception is not just a means of understanding the world, but an active process through which reality manifests itself. At this point, a fascinating question arises. has Langan rediscovered a truth that Hindu sages have known for millennia? Or is it merely a coincidence, the result of two different paths that ultimately converge in explaining the same cosmic mystery? Perhaps, rather than choosing between the two visions, we should recognize the unity that both suggest. The model intertwines logic and metaphysics into a single system, just as Hinduism merges spirituality and philosophy into a vision that touches the very core of human experience. Both Langan and Hinduism invite us to go beyond the limits of ordinary perception and enter a dimension where mind and matter, logic and mysticism meet. The search for truth is not a linear journey, but a cyclical process, a hall of mirrors where the seeker and the object of the search are one and the same. The universe is alive, conscious and self-aware, and within its infinite vastness lies the key to our own awakening. Langan's theory has been widely rejected by mainstream science, which considers it lacking empirical verifiability and based on concepts too speculative to be taken seriously within the scientific community. However, isn't this how revolutionary ideas are born? Many concepts that are accepted today were once considered pure madness. Christopher Langan has dismissed the objections of the scientific establishment, arguing that they are deliberately bound by academic biases. The academic world is closed to new perspectives and favors conformity rather than the pursuit of absolute truth, asserts the thinker. And you? What do you think about these explanations of the cosmic mystery? Do they fascinate you? Do they convince you, or not? Add your drop of brilliance. Some dear friends have just launched a brand new channel, and their striking style captivated us from the very first moment. Great passion and originality in every piece of content. They are creating something truly unique. If you're interested, it would be amazing if you could check them out. You'll find the link on screen and in the first comment. Supporting those who put their heart and determination into their work is a beautiful thing, and every view will help them grow and take their project to new heights. Let's give them the support they deserve. Thank you for your support, dear friend. A deep bow of gratitude to you. We are all one.